Welcome back to my channel. My name is Belle and this is the Belle Perspective. And today we are going to do a quick story time. So I have been gone for probably about a month and a half or so. I would say maybe a month and a half. And that's because I relocated. So I was in DC and I moved to the suburbs, which is probably about an hour away now. Which I love the city. I absolutely love the city. But we're a train ride away, so it's not too bad, right? So I can still get my city girl on when I feel like it, okay? But I'm not living in the heart of the city like I was before. So, and the reason being is because I'm living with my boyfriend now, which is first time. This is the first time I've ever lived with a dude before, which is a whole nother thing. Like, living with a man, what? I don't know. It's new. It's new. But I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it. I do. Anyway, but yes, so we are in a townhome here in the suburbs of Virginia. Again, about an hour away from the city. But the reason why I have not posted is because so we had planned to move in together as of July 1st, right? That was the plan. Wanted to move in. We were like, okay. First we were looking at apartments, but then we were kind of like, no, we both like townhomes. We love townhomes. And my boyfriend owned his condo, right? So the plan was for us to leave because I was renting, and again, he owns his condo. So the plan was for us to start fresh, right? Not me move into his place and me having to go through the whole, this used to be mine, and him feeling kind of like, damn, she's all in my space, and then me feeling like I don't have a place of my own in his space. Like that whole thing, we didn't want to go through that. So we were like, let's find a place ourselves. My boyfriend decided he was gonna lease his place out and have tenants, which is super awesome for him. That he's doing that. Totally inspired me. I'm looking for rental properties. I want to own something myself now because of him. So, which I feel is super dope. Anywho, so we looking for, again, we first wanted to see apartments, but we were like, nah, let's look at townhomes, because he and I both work from home. So we wanted a nice space that was big enough for us to be able to have offices and make it still feel like a house, but you know what I'm saying? And apartments can be a little cramped, right? So, and he and I both love townhomes. So we started the search, and when I tell you that search was rigorous, okay? It was, I won't even say rigorous, sorry, it's arduous. It was just so much we were looking for. I wanted a 2-car garage, I wanted a fireplace, like I want all the things, right? That I'm like, listen, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it right, okay? That's just kind of how I roll. So a lot of the places were either missing something, or too far away, or had a whole lot of like the renting game here. And maybe it's just because of the way the economy is right now, that everybody is trying to find a place to rent because the housing market isn't the best right now. So I was thinking, so just looking for places and renting is just as competitive as trying to find a house, right? So, and I also have student loan debt and stuff like that. So I'm still trying to, like, my credit isn't shot to hell, but it wasn't like excelente either. So there was some barriers, right, that were put in place, right? So after, like, oh my gosh, I would say maybe a couple weeks of just like trying to find different places, we found this one place in Fairfax, Virginia. Again, it's like, Fairfax is maybe like 40 minutes away from DC, I think. I can't remember. GPS will tell you one thing and then it'll change depending on traffic. I think it's usually about 40 minutes away from DC. However, you could jump on a train, you could jump on Metro and get into the city. So anyway, found this place, checked all the boxes, right? Now, the tenants were already still in the place when we toured the property, but we were like, you know, they'll be gone by the time. And it didn't give us an opportunity. Wait, let me say that. We didn't get an opportunity to like really look at everything, right? We didn't get to open up all the cabinets because we weren't trying to be invasive, right? We weren't trying to be all these people's business while they lived here, okay? So, when we moved, you know, after we toured the place, we were like, oh, you know, it's not a huge deal that people live there. You know, it looked like a pretty decent place. There wasn't a whole lot from the first glance, right? From a bird's eye view, right? First pass, I would say, we didn't see a whole lot of issues. So we go ahead, put in the application, we get approved, we're ready to go. We sign a lease, starts July 1st, okay? So we were supposed to meet the landlord 2 days, a day or two. I think it was the 29th or 30th. I think it was the 29th. We were supposed to meet the landlord. We were supposed to get our keys and start trying to move some things in. So the day my boyfriend goes down to meet the landlord doesn't show up. Old tenants are still in the place. Now, we supposed to move in 2 days later. This is the 29th. We supposed to move in July 1st. We looking like, nah, now wait a minute now. How you gonna have time to clean this place, turn this place when these people are still here? Right? I was already side-eyeing. They didn't show up. They told us 10 minutes before they were supposed to meet us that they weren't going to be able to show up because tenants were already there. I'm already side-eyeing, already looking like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, already, ooh, is this cricket? Sorry. Hold on. I'm setting up my office, so it's kind of, it's not where it need to be yet, but, you know, bear with me. Okay. So I'm already side-eyeing, right? But I'm just kind of like, okay, I'm excited. Let's give them a chance, whatever. We get there. We get our keys. We walk through floor. Oh God, the place wasn't trashed, but it had this strong ass cologne smell, right? I don't know where this cologne came from. It didn't stink, but after a couple hours of smelling that strong behind cologne everywhere in the place, it got to go. This has to go, right? Windows couldn't open. They were falling out of the frame. We didn't know that. You have to open up the windows to see it falling out. The blinds were tore up. We didn't even know that. When we toured the place, when people were living there, the blinds were up, so we couldn't even see. Mind you, we were just kind of looking like we would assume that these things would have been fixed before we even moved in, but they weren't, right? So all these different things, like, just, dear Lord. Garage door. Now, mind you, we wanted to move in because it had a 2-car garage. Why was the garage doors not working, right? We in here having to open it up manually. And it was the most, when I tell you ghetto, it was ghetto. Okay, it was ghetto. It was ghetto. It was super ghetto, right? So just all these like odd things that just did not need to be when you just paying how much we were paying. And then also, like, if you had walked your property, you would have been able to fix a lot of this stuff. The ceiling had like stains on it, which looked like water stains. Closet looked like it was kind of imploded a little bit on the inside in the master bedroom. It looked like there used to be a leak there. Just all kinds of things that they should have fixed and addressed before. Now, mind you, this is all happening June 29th, June 30th, July 1st, right? July 1st, July 2nd. So these fools decide that they're going to go on vacation. They give us our keys and said, we're going on vacation. Basically, don't call us, we'll call you, and to come fix this stuff when we get back from vacation. They were gone for like a couple days. So we were just in here just trying to make it happen, right? I'm like, dear God, we need to get rid of this stank ass cologne smell. Open the window. The windows falling down. They are falling. Screen door was falling. It was just, blinds were broken so people could see inside the place. Like, it was just craziness. We had it professionally cleaned ourselves before we moved all our things in, because we were just like, no, we're gonna have it at least cleaned, because it wasn't clean before we moved in. Craziness. So by this time, we were completely sour, right? And I wasn't in the mood to make any kind of video, wasn't trying to get on front of anybody with anything, because I was just so stressed in my creative ability, or my ability to even express myself, period. When I'm emotionally distressed, I just can't. Like, my biggest thing is fix it. And that's literally how it was for a whole month. Fix it, get it right, get it right, get it right. So they finally come back from their lovely vacation in Florida, right? While they're enjoying fun in the sun, we're here trying to figure out why the hell we can't close the damn windows, why shit broke, what the hell, you know what I'm saying? It was just a lot going on. So he comes, the landlord comes. Now, he is not a handyman at all, okay? Not a handyman at all. But he decides, he takes it upon himself to try to do all the all of the makeshift repairs, right? So he does a couple things. He replaces the blinds. You know, he paints the ceiling where there was a stain. Let me tell y'all, baby, when he painted painted the ceiling, as soon as he left, the next day, the paint started peeling all over again, and it looked exactly how it looked after he had left. I was like, God. It was craziness. Craziness, craziness, craziness. So we were still trying to work with him, still trying to, like, be, okay, okay, these are the things we need. This is what we need you to come do, come fix. So he finally fixes the majority of the things. He brings in some, did he bring any professionals? I can't remember. No, he's doing all his like makeshift stuff. So it was a Sunday no, it was a Monday. And my boyfriend was downstairs. It was 3 levels. So there was like a den, middle floor with the living room, kitchen, upstairs with all the bedrooms, and then 2 additional bathrooms. So my boyfriend was in the middle floor doing his yoga routine. And it was either middle floor. Yeah, no, it was middle floor. So, actually, no, it was bottom floor. Bottom floor. My boyfriend tells me that he hears a rat coming down the stairs. He said he saw a rat. Now, mind you, okay? Mind you now. He said he thought it was me coming down the stairs at first.
Girl, what? No, for real, what?
He thought it was me coming down the stairs. That's how big and loud the rat was. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, girl, we don't know nothing about no rats,
I'm so glad I did not see that shit. I'm so glad I did not see it, because if I saw it, I would have burnt the place down. I would have burned it down. Burn it down. Do you know what I'm saying?
Grab the torch, girl. Burn the mug down, girl.
Okay? Burn it down. He was like, yeah, I thought it was you coming down the stairs at first. You thought it was me? He was that big? What the fuck?
Motherfucker was some big.
What? Anywho, so he says it runs down into the laundry room. Comes from the middle floor, and the laundry room's on the bottom floor of the den. He comes down, the rat comes down, comes down the stairs, right? Runs into the laundry room. I'm petrified. I'm looking down everywhere I'm going, okay? Now, don't get me wrong, I'm a Florida girl, all right? I grew up in Jacksonville, Florida, so I'm not afraid. I know about roaches. Okay, you hear me? I know about roaches. I know about lizards, spiders, all that, right? Rats, that's a different breed, baby. I ain't never had no rat. I never had no rat before. I just ain't never see that before. Mammals, I don't know nothing about that. I don't know about them. I really don't, okay? So I'm freaked out. So he's like, basically, we gotta try to, figure out where it came from, right? Because it came from the middle floor, right? Now, if it had came from outside, we would have thought it would have been on the bottom floor and would have tried to make its way upstairs, right? No, it came from the middle floor, so it's already been there. So as we're looking to find out where this rat could have possibly come from, why do we find traps in the house? A trap in the pantry, food pantry, in the kitchen, black box. Now, there's a black box, and I saw the black box, and I was like, what is this box? I didn't know what it was. My silly ass thought it was a toolbox. Child, I was like, oh, dear
a toolbox?
God,
no, girl, not no toolbox.
Toolbox. I had no idea. I didn't even see that. I had no idea. Anyway, so he pulls out the box. He was like, I ain't never seen this box. He was like, this is a mousetrap. I was like, what the are you fucking kidding me? So not only is there a mousetrap in the pantry, there's a mousetrap in the laundry room. There's 2 of them, I think. There's a couple mousetraps in the garage. I think it was like a total of 5 mousetraps in the entire house. And we were just like, so there were traps in the house before we even moved here. So this is a problem. So my boyfriend texts the landlord and says, hey, we just saw a rat up in here. And he texts back, okay. Well, bitch, which meant he knew that there was a rat out. That he already knew. So anyway, so then he says, he tells my boyfriend that he's gonna have the place fumigated. And I'm thinking, oh my God, okay, you get it fumigated, we're gonna have to move our stuff, we're gonna have to stay in a hotel, we're gonna have to do all these different things. He says he's gonna call the exterminator, have the exterminator come. That was on a Monday. He told us an exterminator will come on Tuesday. Why the exterminator didn't come till Thursday? I'm on pins and needles the whole entire week, just looking crazy. Do you hear what I'm saying? I'm looking crazy, okay? It's a rat in the house. Anyway, so exterminator gets here. I'm opening the door. I'm panicking. I'm like, listen, hey, brother, there's traps already up in the house. He was like, oh, yeah, we know about that. We put them there. Pardon? I'm sorry, but pardon? Pardon. I'm sorry, what now? You did what? You put the traps in the house? When did you do that? He was like, oh yeah, last year. So you mean to tell me that this is an ongoing problem? This is an ongoing problem? They get quiet. They don't want to say nothing. I'm like, all right. Okay. Okay. So this is okay. I see this. Okay. This is an inside job. All right. That makes sense now. That makes sense. So exterminator comes. They don't fumigate. He doesn't recommend fumigation or nothing like that. He just comes and changes the traps in that are already existing, right? And he's like, yeah, you just should keep them here. I'm like, well, why do we need to keep rat traps if y'all are fixing the problem? He was like, you probably just want to keep them in here. You probably just want to keep them. I'm like, okay. Okay. So then that was Thursday. That Saturday, I think, it was pouring down rain, storming outside. Just like it's about to storm outside right now. Literally storming. I'm at the window in the master bedroom. I'm looking outside. I'm looking at the storm. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I just hear this like trickling sound. And I thought it was a rat. I was like, oh dear God. I don't want to see no rat. I'm not built for this type of I'm just not built for it, right? I'm not built for it. I'm really not. I know my strengths and that's not it, okay? So I go to the closet where the noise is coming from. And I open the closet. Why it's a leak in the closet coming from the same thing? Remember I told you I imploded in the closet? It's leaking in the back.
Oh, girl, this sound like the ghetto
closet. Like, my boyfriend specifically told the landlord, look, this look like it's a leak in here. This don't look right. You might want to fix it. You might want to put some attention on this. He was like, oh no, there ain't no leak. Ain't no leak. Next day, was it? Next day, I think. Next day or day before or day after, he has the roofer come. Roofer stays 15 minutes. Nah, baby, I ain't never did no roofing in my whole entire life. I tell you that right now. I ain't never did no roofing. Ain't never did no roofing. My whole entire life, I ain't never did. But I know roofing jobs don't take 15 minutes. But why he put a tarp on the roof? And that was his makeshift way of fixing the roof. Anyway.
He sound like a slumlord.
Making this long story short. I've been fighting we was fighting for our lives, okay? We was fighting for our lives in the ghetto. Do you know what I'm saying? We were fighting for our lives in the hood, okay? If it wasn't the rats that was gonna try to take us out, it was the leaks in the ceiling. Anyway,
I'm so glad you survived the jungle.
To break that lease. That landlord was so raggedy. He charged us for relisting the property, which just so happened to be a whole nother month's rent. He also charged us for like 15 days of August. Although we moved out the 31st. He charged us for like 13 days of August rent. Just raggedy. And he was the one that kept crappy. His property's crappy. Like, why didn't you fix all of this? Why didn't you? Anyway. We're just so happy to not be there anymore. The place that we're in right now is so nice, so lovely. Absolutely love the areas. New and up and coming. It's It's really cute. It's a cute little place. It's a cute little spot. It's cute in here. Anywho, that's where I've been. Again, fighting for my life, okay, in these streets, okay. And if the rats didn't try to get us, the leaks was, baby, we was in here fighting for our lives, trying to survive, okay. But that's where I've been. I am going to try to be more consistent with videos. I'm going to watch another episode of Ready to Love. I know that season is back. I watched the first 2 episodes of Ready to Love, and I was just kind of like, oh my God, I'm so over it. Starting with the BS already. But you know what? I might as well talk about it because I ain't got nothing else to talk about. So, anywho, thank you for watching. If you made it this far, you might as well subscribe. You might as well, since you've been here this long. My name is Belle. This is the Belle Perspective. And I hope you get down in the comments and tell me what you think. But yeah, that's where I've been. And I'm so glad to be back. I'll see y'all later. Take care.